Hi friends, thank you for taking your time today, spending it with me. Today I wanted to kind of go over some of the seeds that I'm going to be planting this year for my garden. And as you can see, there's a lot. I planned on taking my garden from just buckets and a little bit of back to Eden to lots of back to Eden, and then also my buckets. So let's kind of go over here a little bit and look at this right here. These are loofahs. I'm soaking them. I'm fixing to plant them today in my pots, those little pots. And right here they are. See if I can find them. Oh, I think I lost them somewhere. There they are. So these are the loofah gourds, and it just kind of tells you when, but they take a long time to grow. So I want to make sure that I'm ahead of the game, because I want them to grow big and then dry out while it's on the vine, and then I can get the seeds for next year and then also turn them into sponges for washing dishes, cleaning my house, cleaning my vehicle, cleaning my body. I don't like using those plastic loofahs, so that's why I'm doing this. It'll be my first time, so hopefully it turns out. This right here is dragon's tongue, the bean bush, and it's heirloom seeds, but they're kind of like purple in color. And so this will be the first time I'm growing this, and hopefully that turns out pretty good as well. We'll see. You know, everything's always trial and error. Your soil, I mean, I can move 30 minutes away and my soil is completely different. So we'll plant these together and we'll see what happens. Here's my cilantro, Dollar Tree special. I have always had good luck with Dollar Tree seeds. You don't get a lot of seeds, but it's good enough for me. I would say I have a 90% germination rate with the Dollar Tree seeds, maybe 85. So that'll work. I also got, let's get the snow peas. Never grown these. They are heirloom, so I'll be able to get some seeds off these. And I like how it has this little thing right here. But a lot of these seeds, I'm not going to use them all. Just some of them. I'm going to use all the seeds, the packets, but I won't use all the seeds in the packets. So I'll have some for next year. Basil, another Dollar Tree special. Again, about a 90% germination rate. At least for me it is. Let's get this little thing. Now, I bought this on Amazon, and it cost me $7.99 plus shipping. And they're ground cherries. I am not sure if it works or not, but we'll see. I hope. Here's some chives, another Dollar Tree special. Lemon balm, I got these from Lowe's. And dill, Dollar Tree. So, you know, they're four for $1. So, if I only got 50% germination, and I always plant a little extra just in case, that's not a big deal because it's only like 25 cents for this thing. So, definitely a deal. Get to your Dollar Tree and get that, you know, the seeds there, because I'm telling you, it's worth it. This here's Lowe's, and I got lemon balm. I use this mainly for like cleaners, my teas, things like that. Wax beans. My husband doesn't like beans very much, but he picked these up. We got these at Dollar Tree. So they're only 25 cents. And if it turns out to be that he doesn't like them, that's okay. I can mix them in with stir fry, things like that to get, to be able to eat it up or give it away. But, so 25 cents, not a big deal. Broccoli, another 25 cents. And like I said, normally I only do maybe 10 plants, so I'll plant probably 15 and hope I get the 10. But if not, again, 25 cents, not a big deal. Carrots, another Dollar Tree special. And we'll see what happens. Radishes, you can see right here, Dollar Tree. Spinach, 4 for $1, Dollar Tree special. These are all kind of cold hardy. They like the cooler temperatures. So does the broccoli and cauliflower and lettuce. Same, they like cooler temperatures. 4 for $1, right there. Sweet peppers. I don't know if it's the area or what it is, but my sweet peppers does not do very good. So I'm going to do a lot of research on this, see how they turn out. But my husband picked this out. I think he liked the colors. And for 25 cents. Cauliflower. And you can see Dollar Tree. Cabbage. Another one. We eat a lot of cabbage. And we do eat a lot of cauliflower and broccoli. But 4 for $1, Dollar Tree. Yellow pear tomatoes. Never grew them. They are heirloom. I did get those from Lowe's. All these seeds that isn't Dollar Tree, I've gotten them from Lowe's or Amazon. They're $2.19. So hopefully they turn out. They're a yellow pear. You get 70 days to harvest. So it's like three months and 10 days. And it kind of tells you when you should plant them. My area, so it would be around April. So, we'll see. My husband loves sunflowers. He picked these up. The only thing I do with sunflowers for myself is I take the seeds and I bake them and make a snack out of them. Now, I think my husband was trying to tell me something. He was very displeased last year because I did not plant him. I guess, well, it was his fault, not mine. So don't blame me. Blame him. Every time he went to get a jalapeno plant at Home Depot or Lowe's, he ended up getting like serranos. And so he was very, very displeased. So he got picked up 2 of these. I think he's trying to tell me something. He wants jalapeno peppers. Now we stuff jalapenos. We put jalapenos in most of our food. And so this isn't a waste. But I think I'm only going to plant 1 package. And then I bring them in for the winter and, at least the bucket ones. And bring them in for the winter. And that way they will reproduce come the next year. And you can do it. I did it up to, I think it was 4 years. But I think you can do it up to 5. I'm not sure. Where you bring it in over the winter, put it underneath a grow light. And I just didn't whenever time I seen a flower, I would pick the flower. Because I didn't want it to overextend itself. And I will probably do that this year. At least 1 bucket. And that way, in the beginning of spring, I'll start getting jalapenos. So I got 2. He picked them out. Okay, so I got Jamaican yellow pepper. It's 68 seeds, non-GMO, and it kind of tells you, you know, everything. And so I'm thinking he wants peppers. I wasn't going to grow cucumbers this year, but he picked them up. And so I will grow 1 or 2 cucumber plants. I'm the only one in the house that usually eats cucumbers. So it's not worth me going 3, 4, 5 plants because it's just going to go to a waste. So waste not, want not. Now I can give what I don't eat to friends and to the homeless, and maybe the homeless shelter. So we'll see. Turnips. He likes turnips, I think. I'm not sure. I know he picked it out. So, but turnips aren't bad. They're good in stir fry. And so I'll plant these as well. Peppermint. He said he wanted some different kind of mint for teas. So we have peppermint. And I'll be planting that. Now this does come up every year. So wherever I plant it, it's going to stay. This is Chicoloca. It's a ghost pepper, very hot. And we do put it in our chilies, our stir fries. Like if I do Indian style food, I'll put Chicoloca in it. If we do, like curry, things like that. Even fried potatoes, gives a nice little kick. So, again, I think my husband was telling me something. Last year he didn't get his peppers. This year he's going to get his peppers. Here's another sunflower. I'm just guessing he wants sunflowers this year. Watermelon. Have you seen the prices of watermelon lately? Here, I went to get a watermelon and I seen the price and about choked. They wanted $7.99 for a watermelon. Really? You gotta be kidding me. So, I'm gonna try growing them. Never grew watermelon before. But hey, we just kind of learned together. And it was only 4 for $1. Dollar Tree special. So if I don't do good on these, I won't blame Dollar Tree, but I will blame myself. Pumpkin. 4 for $1, Dollar Tree special. Last year I didn't get to carve my pumpkin, and I like to make designs in pumpkins. I also like to make pumpkin puree, to make pumpkin pies for Thanksgiving, pumpkin treats for the dogs, stuff like that. So if this works out, I'm only going to plant 1 or 2 because these things get big, big vine. And the same with the watermelon, just a couple. And last but not least is my bush beans. I have never planted these from Dollar Tree before because I've never seen them there. Now I'm sure they were there before. They just didn't have them out on the rack. But they're 4 for $1. So I'm going to plant these. I do want to get some beans in the freezer. And if I had a pressure cooker or a canner, I'd can these. But I don't. Sadly, they want way too much money. So 4 for $1. I'll plant them all and see what happens. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm soaking these. By soaking them, it softens the shell and it allows them to sprout a lot easier. These are loofahs. Loofahs are very finicky, so you want to soak them in water. I put them in water about 11:30 last night, and I was going to take them out of the water at 3:30, this morning when I got up. It was about 3:15 actually. But I decided not to. I'm leaving them in the water. It doesn't hurt them. You just, I've seen it where people do it for 6 days, 7 days. I've seen people do it for just a few hours. And I've seen people do it for 24 hours. So, you kind of take a pick. But I will be doing a video on these. I plan on getting them ready for planting. And I will show you in the next video. Another Dollar Tree special. Now I had one given to me that was from Lowe's, and that darn thing didn't last a year. So I'm going to try this one, and we will see how it turns out. I haven't taken it out of the package yet, but let's go ahead and do that. Then we're going to recycle the packaging. Let's see. Nice little grip. I don't feel like I'm having my hand way out here. There it goes. Oh, listen to that. Nice. It's really actually nice. I would go to the Dollar Tree to just pick this up. And it's easy close, easy open. I like that. Actually, it's a lot better than the Lowe's one. Now, we prefer Home Depot over Lowe's, but, that's just us. So, I'm planning on grass seeding my yard. The last couple of years have been pretty, we've had that drought. Now we're out of the drought, so I want to reseed my yard. This is 360 degree, but it's a sprinkler, and I put it on the hose, and guess what? It sprinkles my yard and my garden at the same time. So, and this was only like, I don't know, $8-9 off of Amazon. I will put a link to it. A very close friend of mine picked this up for me. It's a professional root development system made of recycled plastic cells to help grow 72 seedlings. And then it says preferred for flowers, vegetables, and herbs. Great for beginners. Grow like a professional. Revolutionary hexagon cells. Watertight tray. Clear humidity dome. But he picked me up 2 of them. You can see the other one right here. Let me get it. And he picked me up 2 of them. And I think he spent like $15 for both of them together. And very appreciative. He's a great guy. Family. You don't have to be blood to be family. And he's just a guy that just likes to give, and we give to him and he gives to us, and it's an amazing relationship. And for the people out there that don't have family, you have friends, and those friends are your family. So, and that's how we consider him. And we were there getting some seeds and some dirt, and we got some bunch of seeds, and my husband was looking at the stand, and of course Donnie grabbed this for me, and that was just so wonderful, and definitely helps me out a lot and to be able to grow. But it has a dome, a plastic dome on the top, so it helps keep the humidity in. Now remember, when you do humidity, every couple of days, you do want to take it off, let it kind of air out so it doesn't mildew. And then it has a tray for the water to be kept in, and then it has the cells to put your plants in. Now the other thing that we got, and I'm going to tell you, I can't remember where we got it. I think it was Dollar Tree. We picked it up, and it's good size and well built to self water, and you can see just good size. You know, I like it. So what we're going to do with this is big. Let's see how big it is. Let's see if I can zoom out any farther. I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the center of my front garden, in front of the house. That garden's going to be just flowers. I did vegetables in it last year, and I wasn't happy with that. It just looked all messy, looked like a bunch of weeds, which is fine. It just kept the walkers from coming up in my yard and grabbing my vegetables, which if they're out front and they need, they're hungry, okay, fine. But don't come in my backyard and go over my fence. That's the only thing I ask. But it did make my front yard look like it had a bunch of weeds, like it was controlled in certain areas. But, so I'm just going to do flowers up front, and this is going to be in the center. And I guess that's what that was for. And then, of course, this, but I've already showed it to you. I will link this on Amazon. And this is the stand that my husband picked up at Lowe's. They wanted $50 for this. It's just some thin pieces of wood. And I just told my husband, I says, I think you can build me one using this as a diagram on the next one. Instead of spending $50, he'd probably spend about 10 just to build it. And I'm sure we even have most of the materials here. The doggies are seeing somebody that's walking down the road. That's why you hear a bunch of barking. But this is where I'm going to grow a lot of my seeds. And I will be starting my loofahs on on this. I am going to get a grow light over here so that way I can, they have all the good opportunities that they need, but we'll see how it turns out. They got to have a window, but since this is the side that doesn't get a lot of light from the sun, I'm going to go ahead and put a grow light over here as well. That way they can get kind of both. And again, like I said, it was $50. I think we could have found something cheaper on Amazon, or my husband can build one. He's pretty good at it. And it looked like it'd be pretty easy. So, and it doesn't even have to fold up. If we can just move it. Now the top does come off, or so that way you can fold it up and put it away. But I think that, and so does this. They all do. They all come up all the way down, so that way you can fold it. I guess that's the nice part for somebody that wants to use it temporarily and then put it up. You can fold it up and put it in your closet. But I can also see using it as a dry rack to dry my clothes on, or there's a lot of uses I can use. I could use it in my kitchen if I had room. And but yeah, so I think the next one I'll just have my husband build. Like I said, it doesn't need to fold up because it'll do great over here where all the plants are. Maybe I can get rid of some of this extra stuff over here by the windows. And kind of organize it better. It's starting to look like a jungle, which is great, but I'd kind of, at least a little organized. That would be great. So it may work over here too as well. And then my husband, the whole reason we went to Lowe's was to get some soil. I have some compost that I'm going to be mixing with this. And so that'll get me through for the growing part. You trying to say hi? But that's what we got. That's what we got the other weekend. This is just budgeting garden. Uh, my husband said that, that doesn't matter what he spends, as long as I'm happy. But to be totally honest with you, I don't want to spend out a lot of money on gardening. The whole idea for me is to garden and save money by growing my own food. So most of my seeds are going to be from Dollar Tree. There is specific seeds that I had to get from like Amazon or Lowe's because Dollar Tree didn't carry them. But that's the ground cherries, the loofah, the things that you see that I gotten from Amazon. Those are the seeds I couldn't find elsewhere, like at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. But right over here, if our plans come to fruition, we're going to get a tunnel to grow our loofahs and I think green beans, maybe with cucumbers right here, and it'll come down to like where that pole is. My husband wants to take it to that pole right there, and then it'll go. So it'll be the size of the gate. You see how big that gate is? And then it'll just kind of go over, and then it'll stop right here. And so that's the plan there. And then the rest of this is going to be garden, back to Eden Garden. And you can see right there, there's, where the shed is, this side of the door, you can see, and then that whole side. So that's the plan, is to make that whole area all the way down, probably to about where that bucket is, where the garden's going to stop. So all this will be garden. And then the back's going to be berries and whatever garden. And then I'll have buckets and then buckets lining around here, right in this area. I was going to put my plants, my hanging plants on this. Just not sure yet. I mean, they're not very tall. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. If it don't look good, I can always move them and put my hanging plants on them, but somewhere else. And then probably going to run my buckets right along this area. And then my tree will be right here, right in this area. And then you can see the yard. It looks good in the summer or early, in the spring because all the weeds come up through here and then it's all lush and green. And then you get a dry spell because summer's always drier. And then you end up with patchy yards. So another goal is to reseed, fertilize and seed the yard, just this area. The backyard's in good shape. The front yard's in okay shape, and it probably needs to be reseeded. But this year we're just going to kind of focus on this. The dogs are out here a lot, and it gets muddy, and I just want to kind of put some grass in here to make it look good. Because you can see right here, all that is, by the time spring hits, it'll be all green. It'll look good for a little while because it's weeds. But then once summer hits, they just kind of gets all patchy and nasty. So I want to kind of reseed all that. And then, of course, out here, just in the fenced in area. That way the dogs will have a nice area to run in. It'll look nice and yeah, it'll make me happy. So, and then this is just our little area to sit. And I do want to put a like a gazebo. It's just a cheap thing over top of this. That way we can be out of the sun if we want to sit out here out of the sun. And because summers get pretty hot. So if we could get out of the sun some, that would be great. I think it's like 80 or 90 bucks for this thing that I'm looking at. It's a 10 by 10 and it'll go good right here. And it's got, it's like a little tent almost. And so anyways, This is the video of me budgeting gardening and getting ready for, the garden season. I know that we're in what they call a false spring, but that's okay. It's supposed to get cold tonight. I think it's supposed to get down to 17, and it's supposed to be 80 today, or 79 or 80 today. So tonight is going to drop a lot, you know, and it's going to be cold for a couple days, and then the temperatures will start coming back up again. And I'm probably going to see, uh, you know, 50s, 40s and 50s, even 60s through the day. But what I'm waiting on is at least 50 degrees at night consistently, or better. And so that way I can bring out my plants and my tree. And I just can't wait. Okay, friends, I want to tell you thank you for spending your time with me. And, maybe you guys will go to the Dollar Tree and get your seeds. You never know. Uh, Always plant a little extra just in case some of them don't germinate, but most of them do. And for 25 cents a pack, you can't beat it. So you better get there right away before other people get to it. Okay. I appreciate the fact you spent time with me again today, and leave a comment, hit that like button if you've been all the way through the video, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, I just kind of do a plethora of different things. It's just basically real life stuff, and but I do focus a lot on gardening and my plants and my animals, and so we'll just kind of go from there. Okay, friends, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.